Okay, Snixie's telling me that you guys don't believe I killed a squirrel with a blow dart gun. Alright, so here's the story. It goes back to my sophomore year of college. This is the spring of 2008. Okay? We are on our hall, on our dorm. The hall of a dorm is like one floor of our dorm. And there's this long piece of PVC pipe, probably like 6 feet tall, and it's sitting at the corner. And I looked to my RA, and the RA is the leader of a hall. And I say, David, what are we doing with this PVC pipe? Do you have plans for it? And he, totally jokingly, but not quite knowing what he was dealing with when he was talking to me, said, yeah, we're going to use it to make blow dart guns. So I said, okay, sweet, and took it. And me and my roommate Charlie, from that point forth, began to make blow dart guns. Started out with sticking Nerf darts in it, dipping them in paint, and shooting them at people. That was pretty fun. Like, put acrylic paint on it so it washes out of clothes. Shoot it at people through a Nerf gun. A lot of fun. I recommend it. Don't do it at school though. And then proceeded to sticking nails in the Nerf darts so that we could shoot those and break stuff. I broke a spray paint can, sprayed everywhere. Again, pretty cool, but don't do that at school. Don't do any of this at school. And then eventually proceeded. Charlie, my roommate, really creative, really innovative, likes to build things and customize things and make things awesome. Started researching how to make legit darts. Okay, so he started making these darts out of like real hunting darts, but he would have to make the cones custom fit our PVC pipe blow dart guns. And so he started making them with post-it notes and super glue and scotch tape and really intricate. But I mean, those things shot super fast, super accurate. We got pretty good with them. And so we took it on ourselves that whole semester. We were going to take those blow darts that Charlie made, and we were trying to hunt squirrels. Okay, every free period, like at least once or twice a day, we would go out when we finished our homework and all that stuff. We'd go out and we'd try to hunt squirrels before dinner, before chapel, all that stuff. And man, we lost tons of darts high in the trees. We shot the ground a bunch of times. Squirrels are like, they're quick, they're fast, and they can get away from you fast. But Charlie, when we were showing off our dart guns, did shoot a seminary student in the butt. That's another story though for another day. That was in the student center, and but the story that you don't believe comes on Easter weekend. I think it's Saturday, the day before Easter. Most people are gone from campus because they went home for Easter or they're camping, that kind of stuff. So there's very small people left on campus. And so I decided to be a little bit braver and venture out further than we normally did. We normally stayed by the guys' dorms because we didn't think the girls would really like it if they saw us trying to shoot squirrels with darts. So we normally stayed by the guys' dorms. But since it was Easter weekend and there was hardly anybody there, I ventured out as far away as the student center. And so it's probably like 4 in the afternoon, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I go out there and I see this squirrel sitting underneath a picnic table. Doesn't realize I'm there at all. There's a guy and a girl sitting at the picnic table just chatting, and or a different picnic table just chatting. And I wait for the girl to get up and go inside to go to the bathroom because I don't want to shoot him in front of her. And so as soon as she's inside, I turn to the guy and I'm like, "Is she gone?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I take my dart gun and I get it up to my mouth and I shoot. Okay, I kid you not, I'm 20, 30 feet away. Perfect shot, hit this squirrel right in the lung. Okay, so he takes off. He's got a dart in him. He takes off, climbs about halfway up a tree, and he just sits there on the tree going, he was so mad. I've never seen a more angry squirrel than the one that I shot. Okay, and so then the guy and I start getting rocks, trying to knock him out of the tree, trying to just knock him unconscious so that we can claim him. But we can't. We can't hit him with the rock. So eventually he climbs all the way to the top of the tree. This is a big oak, and he dies in the crick in the top of the tree. And like, I mean, he finds the most annoying, perfect place for him to die. He gets lodged up there, and so for the next couple hours, I'm taking baseballs, throwing it up there, taking rocks, taking whatever I can, trying to knock him loose. But he won't come out because he's got himself kind of perched in the branch. And so eventually, like 5 or 6 people come out and they start helping me throw it up there, and a bunch of people, more people are coming because it's Easter weekend. Most people are gone, so everybody who's left is bored out of their minds. And so by the time dinner gets out, pretty much everyone who's left on campus is there watching, trying to get it down, and we still can't get this guy down. Um, so one of my best friends, his name's David Heron, has an idea. He says, "I've got a climbing rope and I've got a harness. If anybody else has because he's really high up in the tree, so he can't just climb up there. But he says if anybody else has a harness, they can belay me, and I'll climb up there and get him." And so this other girl, her name was Crystal, she was like, "Yeah, I've got a harness, totally." And so Dave ran and got his rope, Crystal ran and got her harness, and she belayed Dave as he climbed up to the very top of this tree where that guy was at, and just shook him loose. Took him a while too, because like I said, he caught himself in the crook of the tree. And finally, the squirrel comes bouncing off branches, tumbling down, and I catch him in my baseball mitt, which was pretty sweet because it was a brand new baseball mitt. I'd gotten it for my birthday that year. And so then I've got this dead squirrel. And so Charlie and I always told ourselves, like, okay, if we kill a squirrel, we'll cook it and we'll eat it. But now I've got this dead squirrel and I don't know how to clean it. I don't know anything like that. And luckily for me, the head of our cafeteria is this like backwoods Maine hick. Not really a redneck because he's from Maine, so it's different than southern rednecks. But just backwoods as they come. He killed all kinds of squirrels with bows and with 22s and stuff like that. And so he comes out and he's like, I'll clean it. I'll skin it and clean it for you. And I was like, sure. And so one of the girls had a really sharp knife, and so he pulls out her knife and he skins the squirrel for me right there, puts it in some water to preserve it, and tells me to cook it and to bake it in the toaster oven on the dorm because he said baked squirrel is the best squirrel. And so me and Charlie, we took it, and Charlie also right now is a professional chef, and so Charlie's a weird, cool guy. He can do a lot of crazy things. And so Charlie baked it with some lemon pepper, and we baked it in that toaster oven, and it was good. I mean, it was kind of gamey. I mean, kind of tough, but it was good. So that was one of my favorite stories of my sophomore year, kind of crazy time. So I hope you guys believe Snixie now that I've actually told you the story.